What was that? What is going on? It's your boy Morbius. Y'all already know what today is. Another Tuesday. All I gotta say is that it's Comic Relief, episode 29, and it's gonna be a crazy one today, y'all. Y'all already know. Yes, sir. What is going on? Salute to everybody out there. What's good, my brother?
Yo, what's the good word? How's everything?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Another Tuesday. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Appreciate you. And it's going to be a great time. Today is Comic Relief, episode 29. We're going to be talking about comic community etiquettes. What is that? Stay tuned because we're going to get into that in a minute. But before we do that, let's bring on the homie, our guest for today, SithLordly. What's good, my brother? Where you at?
Yo, man, I finally made it. I'm on the show. I got my beers. Rock with Morbius and Skeme. And that intro got me hyped up, man. I'm ready to do this.
All right, that's what's up, man. I had a little hiccup there for a second. I was like, oh, we'll get back on track. But yeah, let's get into this chat real quick. Who we got in this chat? Shout out to who we got here. Dave Collect. Yeah. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping in. So got John Big Daddy Ross. How you doing, my brother? Thank you for stopping in. And we got Sheena in the house. What's goody?
What up?
Sheena in the building. Of course, we got the homie Soph Collect.
So
what's goody? Oh, another homie in the building. Coffee and Comics. Salute. Then we got the delinquent Jason. What's good, homie? Gotta watch out for that guy, man.
Yeah.
Watch out for him, man. He scared me. Here we go. The homie.
Oh.
Big Nigel. Just talking about you earlier. Good, nothing but good things.
All
brother.
good.
Nothing but good things. Of course, we got here. Salute. Of course, make sure to hit that like button.
All day.
Subscribe. The links in description for everybody that's here. So make sure y'all hit everybody up. If you don't know them, make sure you get to know them. And who we got here? All right, salute to Nicole. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you.
Yo, a lot of new faces.
Some of my peeps here.
Yeah, you got your peoples up in the building. Here we go. We got
man.
Free Energy. Thank you. Oh, we got the homie right here, Professor Thomas Jackson. Salute to you. And who else we got up in here? Yeah, I think we caught up. Got 11 people in the building right now. Salute. Shout out to everybody here. All right. And yeah, man. So today's topic. Oh, well, before we get into that, first we got to cheers. Salute.
Salute to everyone.
To everybody.
Just getting started.
Double
Yes.
question.
Yes. We're just getting started. So the topic of today, comic community etiquettes, and what does that mean to us, basically. So we're gonna get into it. I think let me move this over here real quick. Yeah, let me do this better because I wanted to have you and right here in between us so we could do the triangle. Yeah. Pause. And so basically, what we the concept or the topic, comic community etiquette is how you translate who you are through the internet. Basically it's just another form, your avatar. Basically it's an avatar of who you are, but it's also a representation of who you are when you act a certain way online. That pretty much 100% of the time that's how you're going to be in person. That's the kind of, you're going to carry those traits over. So when we talk about etiquettes, we're talking about pretty much actually your character, and how you carry yourself. And that's the way it is. You got to, just the same way you would carry yourself in the streets or in your parents' house or whoever, in front of somebody of authority or whatever it may be. You carry that same attitude, and you transmit that through the internet. And when you online and when you're speaking through people through your phone and you DMing, you carry that same, respect and honor. But when you act funny style or start doing funny things or start acting a funny way, then that says a lot about your character. So a lot has to do with, when we say etiquettes, we're really talking about your character, and how you are as a person. So, the way you carry yourself online is very important, just how you would in person, and a lot of people switch up or show their true side when they're online. So basically, with that being said, I'm going to start it off with Sith. I want you to tell me just a general idea based on the topic of how you feel about that, how you feel about the community, and how you feel about the way they carry themselves in this community based on your experience.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything you said. This kind of came to the forefront because Nigel and I always talking, and I know that I think you guys touched on that a little bit, and I thought this would be a great time to hop on here. We talk about this. I agree, man. I mean, how you carry yourself online is a good representation. If I met you on the street and saw how you were, I've met a lot of people now from Instagram at the LCS or even at the sports card shop. I was there the other day and I heard SithLordly, and I was like, yo, I didn't expect that at the sports card shop. Homie was just like how he acted online. I was how I was. It was cool. So far I haven't been shocked. But when you see people acting like busters online, I mean, I'm sure they're busters in real life too. And, I don't want to associate with that. And I got a lot more thoughts too, as we talk about, when you're ready about, kind of like the follows, the YouTube subs, people adding you, dropping you, how people change.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Skeme, what's your take?
I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. Like, your wording says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Your wording behind your posts says a lot. And like, it's easy to misconstrue somebody when somebody says something, or types something online. Like, it's because, we've all been there where somebody responded in a certain way and you thought it was the opposite way and it really wasn't. So it's like, I kind of try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt in a sense, until I start reading in between the lines and seeing all your other posts and be like, oh man, this guy's really an asshole. Like, like, so I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they just start overstepping that line and just being annoying about certain things. So yeah, it's a thin line between, someone just being them and then someone like reaching out to be an asshole, so every case is unique.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree there. I think that everybody has a certain way of being, especially online. Some people don't even know how to act online. I mean, they don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to communicate, online. So don't be surprised. I've seen that, where people you could tell like they just don't have that, how can I say, that awareness or understanding.
They don't have the people skills. Right.
They lack those people skills where they just, and you're just like, whoa, and it happens. Everybody has their way, right? Everybody has those different traits. But then you have, people who genuinely just, do things that you make you wonder, like, why? Why would you do that? That's corny. Like you were saying with following and different stuff, it's just, why would you do certain things? And sometimes it's just out of ignorance, and sometimes it's just out of, wanting to do it, being purposeful, and that's something that to me, when I look at it, when it happens or when I see it, it's hard. You got to really try to figure out what it is from what direction it's coming from, basically.
Right.
From what angle it's coming from.
Because I look at it like, there's people prior to social media, it was just like nerdy, geeky cats, and they were just like overkill with it because they were so hyped about what they were into,
right?
That it kind of translated to like, man, this person's annoying. But then I think about when I first started DJing, and it was like, yo, my OG, I was like always up under his ass, like, yo, like, but
facts.
I was being annoying, I'm sure, but it was also me being like mad curious and like, yo, you got to show me this. And like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he didn't take it any kind of way. So it's like, still, it's that thin line between like, is this person really annoying, or are they just so much geeked into what they're into that it's coming off a little extra, but they're a good-hearted person.
To pivot off that, man, I mean, you can kind of tell, right, as people's social media presences increase, who this is the first time they got any sort of attention, right? Do they change? Do they become something else? And I'm sure, like, I mean, just talking to you guys backstage, I mean, we're all pretty well-grounded people. And, you know, I could say for myself, this ain't the biggest thing that's happened to me. So I'm not changing.
Right.
And, you know, but I've seen some people out there, it's like, you know, they become a different person. And, you know, as much as I love Darth Vader, I don't want to change to the dark side in that respect. So, and I don't think I will, but, you know, there's conscious things as our presence grows, we got to be aware of the warning signs like, yo, you know, stay humble, you know, be cool, you know, chill with the people. Don't sell out, things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's important. Go ahead, Skeme.
Yeah. Cause you know, like, all right, like with me traveling, like I've met people through social media, like they'll see me on social media, but then I'll travel to do a gig and then I'll stop and we'll be rapping and they'll be like, yo, man, I didn't think you was this cool. Cause like I see you on social media and I see you as this guy, but like, yo, we're sitting here having a beer and we're just chopping it up like everything's everything. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think it as like you see me on social media. It's like, yo, you always flossing this and flossing that. And then I'm thinking, because like me flossing comics or me flossing rare records, it's not me driving a Bentley and then, you know, and going to the bottle service club and like two different things. Like this shit's nerdy over here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is comics and toys and stuff. Like, come on, we down to earth people.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a lot different than, you know, when we were kids, you know, times have changed where before that stuff wasn't as cool.
Exactly.
You know, let's see right here. It said, let's not forget sometimes social introverted oddness can also reflect a certain type of mental disability or personality trait that they may not be able to help, autism or other mental ailments. Right. Exactly. That's something that I was just referring to, was that right there. That was perfect. You know, definitely he was on it, man, because you just never know. You know, you just never know. But when you do know, see, we're gonna stick to those people, the ones that you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Should know,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? We ain't talking about them now. From here on out, we're talking about those who do know what the fuck they're doing.
There's the disclaimer, Morbius disclaimer.
That's the Morbius disclaimer. We're talking about dumb motherfuckers. You know, a lot of dumb money. What is it? A lot of people dump money into big books and think they get some clout when the real homie is diving into dollar bins. Faggity facts.
Yeah.
You know, that's something else I saw when I got on Instagram for the first time. You know, I'm here and I'm seeing dudes like reaching with these books, like, you know, and then it's like, you could tell like they're trying hard. Like you could tell when somebody's trying hard to get attention based on a book, especially if it's something that's like, you know, hot right now. And you're like, you just bought that shit or whatever. You're trying to like floss. Don't get me wrong. We all buy books, but there's a way to go about it. You know what I mean? You could be like, yo, check out this book I just picked up. This shit is fire, though. Or you could be on some other shit with it. You know what I mean? Like some like, yo, look at this. Get something you ain't gonna find nowhere. This is some exclusive, you know, bam, like, you know, only me has this. Like I don't care where you look, you ain't gonna find it. It's not for sale nowhere. And you just like, all right, whatever.
Right. And then you find it.
And then you find it. You're like, yeah, it's right here. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, like there's a lot of characters, you know, a lot of people do different shit. Another thing, people, that, you know, it would be helpful, you know, it's for you to do. Hold on, give a quick shout out on Candy Swag. Shout out. Another thing is like with the spamming. We were talking about it earlier. You know, you guys got to watch with the spamming, nigga. We show a lot of love, you know, when you tag us in the post, original posts, and we're there like, yo, with you, no doubt, respond, yo, fire, I'll be there. That's it. Leave it there, family. No need to keep hitting people up in their DMs. No need to keep sending the link over and over. Those things, you got to understand that it could get redundant, man, and people will get annoyed. And when you do stuff like that to people, that's not a good way to try to befriend somebody, is what I'm saying. You know, don't go about it that way. If you're trying to be cool with somebody to try to get him to follow you or whatever what it is, you know what I mean? Just be yourself. You know what I mean? Stop trying to like hit a nigga up and trying to be friends, and you know what I mean? Like that's something I noticed too. I don't know if this is a different type of etiquette, but this is like something where I notice people try to hit you up and try to be like buddy with you. And it's like, chill, like slow down, like we just like met. It's almost like a first date. It's like they're already reaching in for a kiss, and you're like, yo,
right.
That's like them, the questionable follows you get. You're like, I can't tell if this is like a cosplayer or what does she want from me? And then you say, okay, I'm gonna add it, and the next thing you know, boom, hey, my boy, there's like a message. It's like immediate without even reading, delete.
Right. Exactly.
But the thing is, bro, as far as I'm concerned, I've tried and follow everybody back as long as they're not crazy. And as long as it's relevant, I hit everybody back. Like if you look at my how many followers to follow ratio, it's pretty close. And I try and, when I'm scrolling through, like everything back that I'm interested in. No courtesy likes. But what is annoying is when that person turns you into a liking machine, right? They disappear from the interaction and they just post like, right? And you're just sitting there like, yo, because I mean, let's face it, it's cycles of time, right? Because you want to hit everybody, you want to show support back. But if it's one-sided, they get muted. You know what I mean?
And like I see that, like, it happens a lot. Like I have this thing where you might follow me, but I'll go to your page. You might have some really dope shit, but I look at the consistency. If the last time you posted was January, I can't follow back. Like if your posting is too sporadic, it's like that's just filling up me just following you for the sake. Like if you're doing one a month or one every couple months, like I can't follow those people back. And I never understood why people follow and don't interact or hit like.
Listen,
numbers.
A lot of people just are being newsy just to be like on your timeline to see what's going on.
Right. A lot of that.
They won't interact with you until they're disputing you on something.
Oh yeah, haters.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you followed me. Really?
Right.
You follow me? You know?
Exactly. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, me, my ratio is like half because for me, it's gotta be like you gotta bring something to the table because I'm there for one purpose. And I like a certain specific comics. This is what I'm about. I like my silver, my bronze. I'm not really big on moderns like that or current. I'm not very big on that. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to see like, if your account is a personal page and has no comics, I'm definitely not following you. That's not why I'm here.
Right.
I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a buck right now with y'all. That's why I'm not here. What I'm here for is for comics. I want to see Silver Age. I want to see some old school stuff. I want to see some even toys, figures. I want all that shit. I want to see all that shit.
You don't want to know what ice cream they ate last night?
No, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see none of that. Because I have another page that I see people doing that. That's my personal page. Right. So I have that page, so it's like, so here is my escape. This is just comics, figures, collectors, whatever may be, on that level, so if they're not bringing that to the table and when I, I'm not going to follow that because I know that I don't want to see that. I don't want to be on my feed like, what is this? I'm not here for that.
Like Nicole,
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just my preference,
Like Nicole just said, she mainly posts on her stories, and I always check people's stories. If your timeline isn't like filled like that, but I see you regularly post on stories, I'll follow back because I'm like, okay, you're at least active. One thing, so I follow back then. But there's people that never post on the stories, and then their like timeline is so sporadic of like once every month, or the last one was December 2020, and I'm like, so you just basically sit on Instagram and just look at everybody else's stuff? Like, weird.
So here's the test. I'm going to hit Skeme up with a follow after this. We'll see if I get the follow back.
You know what's crazy? People follow me and I don't even see it. So I don't follow certain people back because
that's another one.
You miss it. Yeah.
Right, you miss it. Yep.
So then when they hit like, I'm like, who's this? And then I go look and I'm like, oh shit, this person's been following me. So I make sure I follow and I make sure I go hit a bunch of
Right.
Like my bad.
Right. My bad. My bad.
Yeah. No, bro. Same thing. Like, because I might do like 5 posts for the day and there's just so much activity, you miss it. So at the end of the day, I try and go look at my posts, make sure if there's any comments, I don't want to leave nobody hanging. Right. And I'll be like, oh, damn, he took the time to comment on my post 18 hours ago. And I appreciate that. I'm going to hit him back.
Yo, so says he's been, sporadic with his posts. But like, I also look at how many things you post. I'm like, okay, this person's sporadic, but shit, they got 5,000 posts up there.
Right, right.
You was on it at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
exactly.
You can't have 132, and then the last one was from December 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Yo, my man Jose's Spidey's Powdered Tumblers in the chat, and I got backstage with him last Friday. I'm like, yo, man, I've been following you for like, you haven't followed back. And I told him he's the exception to the rule, because usually, I don't do the one-sided, but he's following SpineTicks, right? So I was like, get your man Sith up with the follow back, and so we got that straight now.
What up, Spiders Comics?
Yeah, man, that's what's up. What we got here? But I can't stand people with high followers who will say, hit me up, follow whatever, and send them a DM. Days go by, no response, but yet people are active daily.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
I see that a lot in the DJ world.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hold on. Yeah, man. That's I mean, it's, man, what can we say, man? It's so many factors to this shit. It's like so many things go into it, that so many people have different reasons why they do what they do, per se, Right. So it's like it all we could do is have our opinions and be like, listen, because once again, we're not professionals. This is just personal opinions based on personal experience. Right. So don't go, thinking that we're like giving you advice or anything on how to figure this shit out. Because
this ain't professional advice.
Right. This ain't professional advice. Right? We just letting you know what the fuck we think. But yeah, basically it's like, that's why when I'm on there, I try to be as real and humble as possible. I'm gonna keep it real with you like this.
You're not humble. Guy's not humble.
I try to be.
Yo, it'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be asleep, and then I'll see he'll text me, and it'll be the most rarest comic, and be like, you don't have this. Oh, 3 o'clock in the morning. What?
Bro, that's between us, man.
But I want to circle back, Morbius, what you were talking about, and shout out to Uncle Tivo, Lord Longbox, in the chat saying what's up. You had mentioned, right, like the homies that like they'll buy a big book to flex on Instagram, and that ain't sustainable, right? I mean, we all got books, but what I like about you, Morbius, and PJ, right, for our love of bronze and silver, we'll post. I mean, some of the books are fire and some are just cool. You know what I mean? Like I'll just grab in the boxes behind me. It's not a key or anything, but I just love it. It's a dope book. I could throw my slabs out there. And honestly, the only reason I really buy slabs is to make sure they're not restored, because I got burned by that on Hulk 181. Lesson learned. But, like I'll post some low key dope Bronze Age book just because I love it. And, you keep it real like that. You and Paul, Jason, other folks. And yeah, some people, they just, anybody can buy into a franchise, right? Let me buy that big slab. I just got this slab and post it. But what they're going to do tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like skip the mortgage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like annoying. Like I like to see diversity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see all high-end books. I don't need to see all keys. Sometimes it's just like, yo, that's a dope cover right there. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly, man.
Because it's not all. I mean, yeah, you want to floss here and there, but like sometimes the
storyline with that
cover was so dope. You know what I'm saying? That like
something no one else posts.
And that's the other thing. I like to see people post things that no one else is posting, or something that's like kind of really personal to why you posted it. Versus like, yo, let me post the X-Men blah 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 because it's the X-Men blah blah blah, or like no, post the X-Men.
Other X-Men, right? If y'all notice, and sometimes I even write it in there just to give a little poke, that I'm like, oh, the hype is over. All right, now I'll post it.
Right.
Y'all done? It's like a month later. I'm like, yo, y'all good? Y'all got it out your system?
Right.
All of y'all that ran to eBay and ran out to find that book, yeah. Because it's been here. I just got to go dust it off. Hold on. And I'm like, here you go. And it's like, y'all relax now, because it's so. I'm not a hype beast. I'm not gonna be there like it's a new key. Oh, I got 5 of them too. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, calm down, my nigga. Like
we're posting books that we grew up with, that we love.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, if I buy a book, it's like, yo, check this out, recent pickup. Oh, we was at this con, I picked it up over here. There's nothing wrong with that either. But we heavy in this because we've been collecting for a long time. It's like with Paul, like you were saying with Paul, you know, we got a heavy collection because we've been doing this for a long time. It's not something that we just started doing 10 years ago or 15 years. Nigga, we 30 plus, you know. We've been doing this for a very long time. We're in our 40s, 50s. You know, we're not young bucks over here. So that's something that a lot of people sometimes think like, oh, these guys might be fronting. These guys, no. Like it come to my house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I respect the dude that pulls out a book that he's had for years the same way I respect someone that's honest enough to be like, I went to a con this week and I finally got this book. Because if you say, I finally got this book, that means you was on the hunt for it. You got it at the right price. You're happy about it. And that joy shows through. You know what I'm saying? But when you're just like, yo, found this in the dollar bin. And you're like, no, you didn't find that in the dollar bin.
No, you lying. That's another one. I saw that going around. I even made like a story about it.
People posing books at the LCS.
Lying. Like, you know, you ain't find that fucking $500 book in a dollar bin. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no fucking way. I don't care how lazy the motherfucking owner of that shop is. He gonna find that shit. He's got the app. You know what I'm saying? He got a fucking app. He'll be like, hold on a second. You know what I mean?
Price on it.
The fuck out of here.
If there's a price on it, then
that's what we were saying. Me and Paul, we were like, yo, you know what? That's the new thing. I was like, show it. If you want me to believe you that you found it in a dollar, pull your phone out, record it right then and then, show me the label on it that says $1 on it or whatever the fuck, and show me the box that looks beat up, is you got it right there on the spot. You're in the store.
Here's the only time you're finding books like that, because it's the same thing with the record world. The only way you're finding high-end comics or records in the dollar bin is if it's a spot that you actually got to go dig at. And I'm talking about, like, nothing is cataloged, nothing's in alphabetical order, everything is a wreck. You know the store has been there for 50 years. The owner don't even know what's in there. Boxes are just in shambles.
Dust is coming up, smells are coming up.
Right. That's when you can find a gem for $1. But don't get it twisted. Somebody else has already been there and been through them boxes, but that's so rare to find those type of digging spots. Think about me in SoCal, man. TiVo, Lord's Longbox, done clean them all out, and that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. Like, yo, if you're not at a legit dig spot, like, then you're not finding that $1,000 book for $1.
Right. If I find a $10 book, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
$10 book? That's
man.
Right there.
But come on, like them dollar books, cats be lying. Your luck is really good.
Hell yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's why, like, that's why I pattern that posting is behind what I like, not what's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I post what I like. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I like. I'm into it. I love it. I don't give a fuck if it's a hot book, if it's not a hot book. But the funny thing is that a lot of books that I do like end up becoming key books that I just happen to have, that I just got lucky and I was just like, oh shit.
Isn't that the best, bro?
That's the best fucking. Oh my, Nigel always tells me, he be hitting me up. I post a book and I'm just like, yeah, this is a cool book. I love it. You know what I mean? I saw someone else post it, a while back. He reminded me, let me post this.
Yo, Matt just said, he found an ASM 1 at a yard sale for $1 between the middle of a bunch of popular mechanics from the 60s.
Yeah.
It's very possible. Because
I watched that video.
I found rare records because I was buying something else, and it happened to be that record in the sleeve, which isn't even the right record to go to.
The right record, right.
But the record was the rare record, but it was in the wrong sleeve. That happens. But it happens at yard sales. You know what I'm saying? Flea markets. It's not happening.
Flea markets, right. That's not going to happen at the shop, your local shop. That's not happening there. You know what I mean? That's when you got to go really digging, really searching.
Right.
And but dude,
to your point, Morbius, you remember when Fantastic Four, Nathaniel Richards, the Kang, all of a sudden those books again got hot, the ones we've been digging. And I just went over to my boxes over here. Yeah, I got them. Because I just love Avengers, and Fantastic Four.
Me and Azores were going back and forth. You know what I mean? We started going back and forth because we started posting books, and he was like, yes, and I was like, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, with the variants, we were pulling out variants. Yep, exactly.
It's nice when you already have them, just because you collect them because you love them.
Right, exactly. Like, you know, I did. Oh, that's right. I did a whole video of that shit. I pulled out a whole video because I got mad when I do those videos. That's me, like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Y'all annoying me. Here you go. You know? And then I do it in my story, so only about like probably like a certain amount of people see it. Not everybody sees that shit.
Right.
And I put it in my story. You know what I mean? Because I don't like putting that on my feed. I like my feed with my comics.
I'm starting to get more into stories. You know, something I didn't do as much, and I'm seeing a lot of people that I don't see on the posts. Right. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying, Skeme. Maybe some of them just like nosy, like. And
then
a
lot of nosy people you're gonna get, bro.
Yeah,
it's just what Skeme said in my stories. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, half ain't. I don't even know if they're following me, bro. I never seen them before.
Yeah,
you know, but they're consistently in the story,
right?
And you're like, but you're not following me, and I don't know who you. But you always in my fucking story,
right? Yeah, they're creeping in there.
Crazy. That I don't even know. Actually, I'm gonna do a show about that, the psychology behind this type of fucking behavior and thinking.
I got a psychology degree, bro.
Right. I'm gonna have 32 pages on. He's actually working on his sociological. I think he graduated with his degree in psychology.
Who, Skeme?
32 pages.
Okay.
An account called 32 pages.
Yeah, I got a degree. I just use it to deal with people, but
oh man, then I'm gonna have you both on. I'm gonna put both of you on. We're gonna go over the psychology and the thinking of people and how they fucking fathom those thoughts. Like,
you know why I got that degree? I found out like 75% of psychology majors were women. So when I was at college, I was like, yo, you know, this is a good way for me to talk to them. And,
don't tell me.
Right?
Did it work?
Well, you know, Sith went to college. That's its own movie.
Definitely, man. But yeah, man, this is what I'm talking. Oh, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Justin. He hooked me up with this shirt.
Oh, nice.
You know, I live for Mutant Mondays. I know we all do over here.
I want to give a shout out to Raiders.
There you go.
I want to give a shout out to Morbius.
That's what's up. Hit up the shop. He rocking the tees. You know, the Virgin Silver Age. Nobody ever thought of that.
Yo, so on the etiquette thing. So like back in the early 90s when the Kung Fu bootleg VHS tape stores was popping off, right? Mm-hmm. And it was a small collector scene of cats that was really digging for like the rare flicks. A lot of the dudes that was heavyweight, that was finding the rare joints that nobody else had, they were assholes. And they would floss in your face what you had, right? Wow. They would floss and be like, yo, I got this. No one else has this. And that etiquette, like, I'm diehard with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about finding it.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me it exists, I'm trying to find it. But I'm thick-skinned. I'm not one of those people that'll be like, oh, you flousing like you got this and like you're hurting my feelings. I feel like that's such a generational thing because now people feelings get hurt easily when you floss something.
Mm-hmm. They're fragile.
Oh yeah. People are very sensitive today. Very sensitive.
Yeah.
Like I've had people unfollow me because I floss too much.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't need them anyway.
It was they thought I was bragging, but my thing is like, no, I'm competing with Morbius. I'm competing with PJ. I'm competing.
You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Plus, you know what? I want to see that content. You know what I mean? If you got something like that I love, I want to see it.
I want to see that shit. I want to see the heat, nigga. I want to see the fire.
I ain't unfollowing. I'm like, yo,
I'm sure they unfollow and still scroll by. They unfollow and still scroll by.
Right. They still checking you in your stories, see what you're doing.
And then they post it up later on and be like, because they wound up finding it. It was something I hipped them to, and then they find it. So it just, I feel like a lot of people soft now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are very
for sure.
soft. I mean, I've had people block me just based on me not being a slab guy, you know, who's not into slabbing or grading books. I had people like unfollow me because of that. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, that's the most hilarious shit in the world. Like that you're gonna, you know, unfollow somebody because they're not into grading their books, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, to me, what like, I don't understand that. Like, that shit don't make no sense to me.
Bro, I can top you right now. lately I've been being tagged as a dirty flipper. I'm being called a dirty flipper.
A dirty flipper.
I ain't flipping nothing, man. Like I'm accumulating. I can't even show you the rest of this room because of everything I got in here. But somehow I got like brought into this whole dirty flipper community, right? That's what they, and they're tagging me every day. So of course I'm laughing about it. Like if you go look on my channel right now, homie's making a sandwich on my channel. I'm not flexing no books. I'm not flipping no books. There's no auctions. I literally have like somebody making a sandwich. That's my content, right? And I'm like, I think you got mistaken identity, right? I'm buying.
Right.
I'm buying shit.
Yeah, but they're calling me like one of these dirty flippers, like a leader in the dirty flipper community. I'm like
a leader.
Man, I thought that was like comic porn for a second. I thought that
was, you know what I mean? A dirty flipper.
Yeah. You know, that's a move, actually. That's a move. In the Kama Sutra manual, move number 37.
Comes with a weight belt.
Right.
Dirty flipper. Oh man.
But yeah, so
I ain't gonna be able to get that image out of my mind.
Oh no, that was going down in history. The dirty flipper.
Marvin Wynn in the house.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. We got my man Marvin, writer of The Edge, in the house.
All right.
What up?
What's up, man?
But yeah, man, like, listen, guys. Like when it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to people in general, we're going to constantly deal with the bullshit. We're going to constantly be dealing with like the idiocy of the ego and the pride, because a lot of that is, when it comes to the people who know what they're doing, that's what it is. It's just all prideful. You know, they do things out of spite. They do things just to be annoying sometimes, or they do things because they want to get attention and just don't know how to fucking go about it.
Right.
You know, and you're just like, calm down, you know?
Yeah.
And I think me being like the devil's advocate, that's why I'm always trying to think on the other side. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to think what the other side is thinking, you know, the other person behind the keyboard that's hitting you up, you know, because I understand that people do have, you know, how can I say, like, you know, even I'm talking about normal people. Like I said, the disclaimer went out before earlier.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who know. Sometimes some people just get nervous or don't know how to communicate normally, just normally through the internet. You know, they just have a little difficulty trying to get their word across. And sometimes, you know, they stumble and say shit that they felt like, oh, he might not take it the right way, you know, because he's not seeing my face and my expression when I'm saying it.
Oh yeah, man. The DMs, bro.
The like DMs, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The DMs is serious, you know, when they hit you up. It's, you know, so you got a lot going on there. But a lot of times, like, you know, when, you know, certain people hit you up and it's just like, you know, sometimes you just got to like, be like, okay, take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, let's hold on, take a second, take a breather. Let's fall back, regroup. Because sometimes they hit you like back to back. I had a person hit me up, sending me images. Like, it's like they hit me up, right? I got the image. And they were like, look, this is something I'm working on. I'm not following this person. This person is just somebody who's just been, you know, hitting me up on a regular, like a lot, you know, a little too much. And it's like, yo, this is something I'm doing. And me being me, you know, I'm like, oh, it actually looked cool. Some artwork he was doing. I was like, oh, that shit actually looks cool. So I like it. Pull out, working on the text. Bling, bling, bling.
Oh,
bling,
yeah.
Bling, bling, bling.
You want to buy this? You want to buy this?
Dude, 10 images.
Yeah.
Yo, here's the link. 10 images of 10 different other like artworks and other stuff just hitting me up back to back. As soon as I liked it, ping, ping, ping. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was like, yo, here's the link. Hit it up. You know, this is where you can find it at. You know, I hit you with the discount, you know, and you're just like, wow.
If I don't know you,
right.
And I like see something that you did that's pretty dope, I wait till the oddest hour in the middle of the night. So I know you're not up and you're not going to respond.
Right.
If I know you, then whatever. But like, if I don't know you,
you could do that because you be traveling. So you be like in Japan.
Yeah, I'll be.
You know what I mean? So, you be in like South Africa.
I don't know people. Conversation be like long. You be like, dude, I just wanted to say like, yo, that's dope, and hit like and keep it moving.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that.
You know, another one is when you get hit up, right? Somebody follows you, you reciprocate immediately. Boom. Yo,
Right.
sub up my YouTube channel, this and that. And you're like, you see, I got a YouTube channel too. Did you follow mine?
Right.
You know what
You
I
hit
mean?
him
Like,
back with that one.
yeah,
right.
it's like,
I've
hey,
done that a few times.
it's cool. I'll check out your stuff, but you know, you kind of being bold with it. Have you hit the sub on mine yet? You know, it's like, yeah,
exactly. You know, oh well, you got Marvin saying the hustle man's always awake. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Always. He always up, right? He stay up, hitting me up. And I'll be like, what the fuck? It'd be like 3 in the morning, I'm sleeping, my notification, bling, like, what the fuck? Nigga, like you ain't sleeping.
I got another one for you. It's interesting. It's kind of funny. Right. I had some homie, he does hashtag SithLordly, hashtag SpineTicks, but he's not following me. Right. So he'll post that stuff. He'll post my hashtags and I'm following those hashtags because, you know, I got eyes out, you know, what's going on. And like, he don't follow me, but he makes content and does the hashtags at me. And it's like, yo, if you like me that much, why don't you, you know, but hey, it's like, hey, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. And I always like back, you know, I'm always like, hey, that's a cool post, but you know, don't be timid. Come over here. I'm going to, you know, I'll follow you back.
Right.
Damn.
Using the hashtag.
Yeah, at me. It's like, you know, hey, yo, hashtag SithLordly, hashtag SpineTicks. Because, you know, at first I was like, is it? But because they're using both, right? They're hitting my channel and my you know, my IG handle. So
before I forget, I got hit up by one of my brothers. He's a seller, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like, yo, one thing that he was just like, with seller to seller, he was like, yo, if there's any sellers in here, seller to seller, don't go to, you know, tagging somebody, hitting somebody up about a show that is pretty much like 20 minutes before your show starts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't be doing that. Don't be fucking cock blocking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to cock block and then have me try to perform and help you in your cock blocking.
Yeah.
By fucking reposting your shit. That's gonna be cock blocking my shit. You know what I mean? Like the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
so
man.
From seller to seller, I know Coffee and Comics, I know he sell comics, and I know he pretty much, I know you can relate to that, where guys will tag you on some shit, and it's like at the almost the same time or at the same time that you're fucking, you know, doing your thing.
People hungry. It's hunger.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Stop that. Another thing. I don't mean to cut you off. No. Another thing, real quick. Another thing. If you get tagged, right? If I tag you, motherfucking comment. There's no listen. If I tag you, don't even have to give me a fucking emoji. Give me
because there's only 20. There's only 20, and you got picked as one of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And give me some fire. I don't care if you don't got time. I get it. We don't have time to
give
talk.
Me a beer.
Give me a little right. Give me a cheers, a fizz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me something.
Yo, when you and PJ tag me, and I don't comment, I just hit like, it's because I'm mad. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
Listen, we're gonna have a conversation after this. We're gonna have a conversation after this, bro.
Here they go with them.
You have to redeem yourself, brother. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to send me some books or something. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I ain't
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna be nice with you. I'm gonna be nice because we're here. We got people around. They're watching. You know, but seriously, man. If you get tagged, that's another thing. And I agreed with him, and I was like, you know what? You're right on that, bro. And if you get tagged, and I know that a lot of people here deal with that shit. It's like, come on, bro. We're reaching out because we thinking about you. We're like, yo, that's the homie.
Right.
We're gonna be like, yo, you know what? They're gonna like this. That's why you get tagged because it's like, yo, I know you're gonna feel this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Only homies.
That's like me every morning. First Bronze Age post of the day, man. I know you and Paul are gonna love that. You guys get tagged right in there, man. You know?
Yeah, you gotta love that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, like, if I tag other people that I got hot shit that don't normally tag, I want to keep them in my algorithms. Like, I try, if I notice that people are starting to disappear, I start tagging them like in another like 2-3 posts, so I could keep them in my algorithms.
You're like reeling them back. You ain't getting
right.
I'm
like real shit. They you know, I love their shit. I love their content. I love their fucking collection. It's like I want to keep seeing it and keep supporting it. You know, and that's important here. I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about. You know, I feel like, You know, like I'm thinking about the next guy stuff. I'm thinking about how dope his shit is. Like I'm looking at my stuff like, yeah, it's all right, but damn, he's dope. He's dope. He's dope. He's dope. You know, and I'm like, damn, these guys are fresh.
Man, you're the cable company. You're the cable company. You're like, I'm canceling my service. Hey, I'll give you $15 off in three months free. Stay here. Stay here.
This guy.
I'm thinking we can get a consultancy right here. I mean, there's 3 of us, man. I mean, you know, in this day and age, you know, we could hit somebody up. We need investors. Yo, we'll be social media etiquette, you know, consultants.
Hell yeah. We could do this shit, man. We could do this, bro. You know, and but definitely, man, guys, I think that overall, when it comes to social media, we already said it before, it reflects on your character, people. And if you're watching this, catching the replay, thank you. Hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. And once again, hit these brothers up. Their link is in the description. You know, you got SithLordly, Skeme Richards. Come on now, show love and respect, because these guys are some amazing human beings on this planet. So we always got to give love where love is give. Definitely, my brothers. And so my thing is just, you know, you got to carry yourself a certain way. And if you carry yourself that way, it's obvious, you know, that nobody's gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? And that's something that you got to realize, that when you're wondering why you don't have your following, or why you don't, because you're not being you. Just be you. And I think the bottom line to etiquette is just being you. And if you is stupid, then I don't know what the fuck to do for you, bro.
That should be on a shirt right there.
If you is being like dumb and stupid, then I got no fucking answer for you. Then you just ask the fuck out. You ain't getting nothing. Just leave it alone. Stay off social media, you know. But
content is key. Your shit. Content is key.
Right. Content is important. If you don't have the content, right. Exactly. Just make sure you're delivering. You got something that people want to see. You know what I mean? And if you don't, then you work on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't go and get mad at the next guy who's doing it. You know what I mean? You work on it. You build yourself up. You take your time, save budget, whatever. And you build your stash up, your collection up, and you get there, whatever it is that you need to do what it is that you want to achieve. But don't go hating the next person who's already achieved that. And that's the problem. Like, everybody wants to step on that person who's already at a level that they want to be at.
Right.
You know, instead of trying to figure out how they did it, you know what I mean? And being on some like, yo, how you got there? Like, yo, that's dope. Yo, that's fire. Like,
right.
You know, and that's being genuine. That's being true to yourself.
Right.
And that's something that is majorly lacking because of the times that I feel that we're living in, where, you know, being fake is real and being real is fake. So I think that you know, mentality that we live in right now is really fucked up, how we look at, you know, comics in general, and how we, you know, look at each other in the community, you know, and not for everybody, because there is a big community that is really real, that keeps it, you know, 100%. I mean, I speak to a lot of people. I know you guys speak to a lot of people who are 100%, keep it 100, but there's that certain percentage that is acting the fool, you know, that doesn't have that, you know, awareness, I guess, of you know, what's going on. Because to be honest, I see things and I'm just like amazed sometimes how people act just to get attention. And it's like,
shit changes them, man.
Yeah, man.
Even like, some of we didn't even talk about thumbnails yet, man. Where
my God.
Homies are
lead into it. We got about like 12 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, this ain't SpineTicks. We're not doing 9 hours?
Oh, absolutely not. You guys are animals. That's all I'm going to say. Stay away from me.
I'm looking at my 24 pack right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's, you know, whatever anyone wants to do. But sometimes I look at these thumbnails, man, they're funny. You know, like mine will be like, you know, keeping it real. You know, there's like, you know, a comic book. There's something. But some homies are like, you know, like making a whole Hollywood production on their thumbnails. And I get it, right? They want to get the, it's all in what you want to do, right? You know, I hit the 1K mark. I didn't monetize. I didn't, you know, some people want to do that. That's cool. But for me, my whole focus, I just want to kick it with the people, like have a street party on my channel, right? So everything that I do, I think people can tell reflects that I'm just a real G just hanging out. You know what I mean? That's all. Like, I want to see Skeme. I want to see Morbius. I want to see the books that you have to show that I love. And, you know, you don't need to see like my bicep, you know, holding a book, like, you know, like in the thumbnail, right?
Yeah, we've dealt with that with guys,
Yeah.
modeling their pictures. I've
Yeah.
seen that. That's happened. We were at Terrificon and we were taking pictures, and there was some dudes there that that were a little OD. You know what I'm saying with it. You know what
Yeah.
But hey, whatever. If that one makes you feel good, go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're here to show you off our books, because that's what we're doing. We're showing off our collection.
Right.
Mhm.
Keeping 100.
Yeah.
We're showing off what we got, and at the same time, we're admiring what other brothers got. Whether it's we have the book or it's a book that you're like, oh damn, I don't have that.
Yeah.
I need that. Or it might be like, yo, I never saw that.
Right.
I want that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it happens all the time. And that's what I think the community should be about. And at the end of the day, it should just be, of us supporting each other. But in reality, of course, it's not, because we wouldn't have this topic. We wouldn't be talking about this right now, where people just don't get it. And they're the ones that are like fucking up the game. And it's like, yo, just be you, man. Just be honest, be yourself, and everything else will play itself out, basically.
I see covers that you and Paul post that I'm like, damn, I never seen that cover before, and I'm like, thank you for posting it. Now I'm going to go get it. Or even like, even with my YouTube channel, right? And I got some of my SpineTicks here in the chat. Sometimes I feel like, yo, it's been a while since I did just a common issues haul, right? Because I see all my friends doing their haul videos and I'm doing something else. I just, dropped like $70 in my comic shop, bought non-key issues, just Bronze Age goodness, just so I could keep, don't lose that focus where I came from. You know what I mean? We came from the streets, came from the comic book streets, stay humble, and just post these average books that just have dope covers, dope writing, and throw that in, because I love that.
I think that's the best thing, when you can pull out a book that's not a key, where somebody tells you, man, I never saw that book before.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes my day more than me grabbing, Hulk 180 or Hulk 181 or Hulk 182. It's like, that's a given. Like, even I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, for anybody in the chat, anybody watching this, when you post those books, like, my dick don't get hard anymore. Because it's oversaturated. It's almost like I see it so much that it's like it's dope. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Yes, it's here.
My golden rule is, if I've seen you post it and PJ post it and Moonlit post it, I don't post it.
Right.
I refy it. Because it's one of those things where I might, if you post it, then it'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to post that with the issue before and the issue after, because it's like a whole story. I'm not going to post that particular, or I'm going to post it a year later.
Right. Oh wow. Right. You're gonna wait a while.
Right. But like, on the terms of like people posting like those hardcore books, and then they don't know the other books. There's a dude that came to my party one time, right? He's from the UK. He came to my party in Philly, and he's got heavy records, $500, $1,000 records. And I put a $50 record. He was like, yo, what is that? I never heard that. And I was like, see, because you're trying to buy those hefty records, and you don't know about the $50 joints that's better than those heavy records. And that's what it is with the comic guys. They want to post all the heavy joints, but they don't know about issue 42, which is just a common dope book.
Dope book, right? That's very big, man. I think that's important right there, because I see that a lot, and the fact that, like, I tell myself, I'm not a Grail guy. I don't have really Grails. I don't have #1 X-Men. I don't have, Fantastic Four #1. I don't have Avengers Thor. None of them. I don't have #1s. I don't have really big Grail, but I have every other motherfucking mid Grail you ever want to see. Goddamn life, nigga. Right? And that's what I'm mastering. And I know my place. I know my lane, and that's why I stay in my lane. I'm a mid Grail guy. I got characters like. Tons of characters, first appearances, the second, third, fourth. I got tons of mid grades, mid grails. You know what I mean? Tons of them. But that's just because that's where my mindset goes to. When I think of a grail and I'm like, fuck, $5,000. Damn, I could get a ton of fucking mid grails for $5,000 instead of just getting one book and saying I have that one book. To me, it's like, nah. I get a fucking shitload of fucking mid-grails of books that I feel that a lot of people don't know about.
Right. And then a facsimile for that other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
There's a facsimile for that shit. I'll get 5 of those, and I'll be good. That'll satisfy my hunger with 5.
Yeah.
Of them.
But yo, Skeme, to your point, bro. You see behind me that vinyl, that Eazy-E.
I was keeping that. I was keeping that.
like you know, other folks might have, you know, Easy Does It, right? But do they have these other two? You know?
That one is like my favorite with the 3 on. That's one of my favorite joints, man.
And that's how you know when somebody's really into it. You know,
right?
I mean?
Right.
Exactly, man. Dude, guys, it's about 5 minutes to go. Sith, if you have anything you want to say to the people, definitely let them know. If you got anything coming up, any projects, anything that's, you know, new, let them know. Here you go. I'll give you the platform, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, it's been dope hanging out with both of you. It's been a great time hanging out. Shout out to all the people in the chat and on the rewind. You know, a lot of my people came out and supported, so I really appreciate it. SpineTicks every Saturday night, man. We just had an epic 1K giveaway. I think we like gave out like 5-6 slabs, something like that. One homie won Ultimate Fallout 4. I mean, it was just a great time. And if you tune into SpineTicks, you might see homies making a sandwich. You might see some really bad foreign horror films. Yeah, we talk some comics, and then, you know, we get pretty deep in the beers. And, you know, Morbius, you need to be rolling into that show, bro, because you are raw and you'll fit right in, man. And that's all I got to say.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hell yeah. You know, listen, I definitely got to get some ginseng. I got to get my sleep. I got to make sure I rest, get a good salad. You know what I mean?
Salad.
Salad. You know what I mean? Build up those carbs so I could really, you know what I mean, get you know, have that energy to stay up 8 to 9 hours with you, fella. Y'all crazy. I don't know. Y'all just, I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with you. I think after like 4 hours, I'm gonna tap out.
People are tapping out, man. But you know, when Skeme is, you know, traveling, bro, you know, you tune in, man.
On it. That's on it.
You'll see it.
So Skeme, I know, my brother, you got some goodies coming down the pipeline.
I have nothing. I'm here too much.
People no. What you mean too much? What you mean too much? You listen. You is family, right?
I know, but
you is Comic Relief family now.
But I plug every week. I don't need to plug anymore.
No,
follow Morbius through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm on IG. Skeme Richards, you know, nothing to plug this week. Just keep following Morbius and Comic Relief. That's what we need to do.
Love this guy. Make sure you hit up the description in the link. Make sure you hit all these brothers up. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys for being here, for holding it down with us, man. We had a great time today. I mean, we still got a few minutes left, so we're not tapping out just yet. But I do want to give my appreciation to everybody who's here. We had about almost 20 plus people in here earlier. I was excited. It was a great show, you know, for somebody who does this on a weekly basis and really ain't trying to be no big YouTube superstar. I feel that, you know, I appreciate everybody who comes on. I thank you so much. We're just trying to give you the truth. We're just going to give you some real life, you know, experience, you know, and I appreciate everybody who comes on and does this with me on the show. And yeah, man. So SithLordly, I appreciate you once again. I know you still got a whole rest of the day to go. Over here, we're looking at 30, you know.
West Coast over here.
Exactly. So he's chilling. He still got the sun up. So
I'm gonna be posting some books, man. I'm gonna follow Skeme. I'm gonna see like what kind of books I could post.
See if I follow you back.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta follow back. Hey, follow me and I'll follow you back.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Stop doing that shit. Man.
Right.
That shit is corny, bro. Don't do that shit. Every time somebody hit me up, I keep it real with them. Yeah. I'm like, yo, if I like your content, I'll follow you back. If I don't, I see you when I see you. You know what I mean? And they get mad at me. I tell them straight up. I don't give a fuck. I mean, straight up. One dude hit me up. He told me that shit. He was like, yo, follow for follow. I'm like, no, man. He was like, why not? I was like, because I don't like your content.
Yeah, I'm not into
like
that,
modern
man.
Stuff. Like, I'm into Silver Age, bro. I'm into like real heavy. You know, I love the old school stuff. I'm nostalgic, man. I'm into the nostalgia. You know, and
organic, man. We don't need to have a contract.
Organic. And he was like, oh, but he did have like, I don't know how many thousand followers. And he was like, oh, well, at least I got, you know, the followers that you don't have. Straight up, Skeme. Remember, I said this to you. Remember, I said this to you. This is real life shit. And I was just like, yeah, but you know what? The good thing about this, that what really matters is what you have in the real world. And you don't have my collection. You know?
Damn,
That's all I
regulating.
hit him with. I was just like, that's what really matters. This shit don't mean shit here.
Yo,
What really
Morb
matters
is
in the real world.
savage. He's savage.
And you don't got my collection. And that nigga was like, all right, and he still follow me to this day. That's my word. I still don't follow him, and he still follows me to this day.
Damn.
That's my word. You know? I was like, fuck that. You know, don't play with me.
Now imagine this, but like 6 or 12 beers, the real talk comes out.
Right?
Brothers, we already hit our mark. Once again, SithLordly, Skeme Richards, appreciate you guys for coming on. Thank you so much. Always love you guys. And thank you for everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. We got 17 people here. Y'all already know. Those catching the replay, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit everybody up in the description. Y'all already know. Stay up. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.